The Ultimate Edition is just hours away from being released, and with that comes a bunch of FIFA points on everybody's account that has Ultimate Edition, 4,600 to be exact. That's going to cause absolute chaos on the market. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Sean, aka Elite, and today I've got another FIFA 23 trading video for you guys. We're going to talk about fluctuation trading, tech Avion trading method, and the chaos that's coming with these 4,600 FIFA points. But before we get into it, I want to ask, maybe I'm shooting for the stars here, can we hit 1,000 likes on today's video? We haven't hit it in a couple years, honestly, but we hit 600 on yesterday's video, and I'm feeling confident. So if you guys have been enjoying the content, make sure to slap a like on the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and hop into the account. So with the FIFA 23 Ultimate Edition coming out, we've got to talk about these FIFA points. But first, let's talk about this fluctuation trading. As you can see, I'm looking at Salah right now. 145,000 coins is what he's going for now. But just an hour ago, I bought him for 131,000 coins. And the reason for this is our fluctuation trading method. We can actually take a look at the prices on Futbin each hour and determine what time of day is the best time to buy. So on this Futbin tracker, which is a better source to keep track of each player you want to look at, you just go up to Futbin tools and click tracker, and you can add any players you want. So I added all these guys because I think these are going to be good investments. Now, take the informs with a grain of salt, because I think these are the kind of cards that are going to rise over time. It's going to take some time to get the return on the investment that you might get on the gold. So I would probably stay away from most of them. Like Saliba, he's going to go up, but is he going to go up at the rate of the gold cards? I don't think so. So with that being said, we're going to focus on these gold cards, and we'll start with Salah. You can see during the day how his prices move, and at 6 p.m. UK yesterday, we saw him go from 130, 128K, and then over the course of the next few hours, he rose, all the way up to 163,000 coins. So at his lowest point, 128, his highest point, 163. It took 4 hours to do that. So if you bought at the right time and you sold at the right time, you were making at least 30K. So that's a really, really solid flip right there. And if you go back a day earlier, you can see at about 6 p.m. UK, again, it went from 103,000. It took 4 to 5 hours. It went from 100K to 137K, which is another 30,000 coin flip on that card. A very, very, very good flip. And then you can see it kind of drops into the morning, does a couple spikes. You could probably reinvest in each morning as well, because it does hit a low point at about 8 a.m. UK, which is about 3 a.m. for my time in Eastern Standard Time. And you could probably flip at right before content, a few hours before content, it looks like. So there are opportunities to do that as well. But we're going to focus on the one that comes after 6 p.m. UK, because that's what it is right now, is a couple hours after 6 p.m. UK. So we're starting to see that slow rise up, and then it should spike into the night, and that's what I'm hoping for. But it's not only Salah. We can take a look at this, and we can see a very similar trend with all of these guys. Vinicius Jr. is one of the most looked at cards this year, and you can see 6 p.m. UK came around 2 days ago. He went from 130,000, 137,000. He went up all the way to 193,000. You go to the next day, and he rose a little bit earlier, because you can see that's 4 p.m. UK, and then we got no content at 6 p.m. UK. So he went from 180K, and he rose pretty quickly, because there was no content to actually supply his card. So he didn't really drop at 6 p.m. UK, but the rise was still there. So he went from 175K at the lowest point, but if we were to buy at 6 p.m. UK, around 180 to 190, still goes up to 217,000 coins. And we're seeing the exact same thing again today, where the card is starting to rise maybe a little bit earlier each day. I think people are catching on. So you might, want to beat the crowd to it, but the same thing happens each day for him. We can take a look at Lionel Messi and probably see something similar with his card. If we take a look at 6 p.m. UK, right here is 6 p.m. UK, and then he skyrockets. And then 6 p.m. UK right here, boom, he skyrockets right after. So we're seeing it every day. And that's why I went with the Salah. Now, why do I have these players on the right side of the screen? Timber, Gvardiol, Richarlison, Adeyemi, Jesus, and St. Maximin? It's because I think those are terrible investments. I think those are the cards you want to stay away from. Not that they're going to drop a ton like Jesus, probably isn't going to really crash. I do think Adeyemi will. I think he'll go down close to discard. I think that Timber will go down close to discard. I think most of those fellas are not safe investments. And the reason for that is, with the 4,600 FIFA points, you're not going to be packing 89s and 90 rateds a ton. If you do, you get very lucky. Most of the cards you're going to pack are between the ratings of 75 and 83. These cards are between the ratings of 75 and 83. So stay away from them. The supply is going to hurt a lot of these cards, and here's the thing. They've been affordable since the first day. Everybody can afford these cards. And since they can be afforded and they're still not that expensive, these are cards that have pretty much hit their ceiling already. They are going to go back down. So these are not safe investments. If you buy them for your starter team, you will lose coins on them. I would stay away, and it's not limited to just these, just that type of card. Low rated gold cards that are kind of meta, but they're just not going to hold their value. But the next thing we want to talk about is Tech Avion. It's French for something about a plane, I think. If I have any French-speaking viewers, let me know down in the comments what the heck Tech Avion means. But it was created by a couple of French investors in FIFA a couple years back. It works very well, and essentially what it is, it's making a card more appealing to the buyer. And when a card's more appealing to the buyer, they're probably going to spend more coins on it. So you can actually use this Tech Avion trading method by itself and make yourself coins, but it's even better when you combine it with cards you're already making profit with. Like this Lautaro Martinez. I got this card for 6.9 thousand coins. You can see I sold it for 9.8k. Now, at no point during that time that I had that Lautaro Martinez was he going for 9.8k. The reason that this card sold for so much more than what he actually goes for, and he is kind of rising into the night now. He might be 9.8k now. Not exactly, but he's getting close to it. The thing is if you have a card that has a shadow card on it or a hunter card on it, it has inherently more value because of the value of the chemistry style, or the position change is another consumable for it. So as you can see, if you look up Lautaro Martinez, there's actually no cards cheaper than 15k with a hunter card. But if you take a look at the consumable for hunter cards themselves, they're not actually that expensive. They're only like 1,500 coins. So if you take a look at 1,500 right here for hunter cards, you can probably get them for, 1,300, 1,400 coins. You can apply it and then list it for 2,000 more than what it goes for and see if it sells. And then in theory, the profit would be 600 coins. So that is a way to make even more coins on the card. But what I like to do is I don't actually go out and I buy the card and then I add the hunter unless it's untradeable. If you have an untradeable hunter or an untradeable shadow or an untradeable position change card, you can always go out, apply that to a tradable card, and then list that tradable card on the market, and it will have more value than what it did beforehand. So it's a way to make coins off of those untradeable cards. But what I'll do is I'll just search for these cards with the chem styles already on them, because you see so many people list these cards forgetting that they're actually applied to the card, and or maybe just ignorant to the fact that they have more value with the hunter cards on them, and you can make a lot more coins. In fact, you don't even have to search an individual player. You can just search cards with hunter. I like to set gold rare just to make sure I get gold, good cards, but you can see there's not a single gold rare in the game, not a single one that's going for less than 2,000 coins, and that's a center back, which you generally do not apply hunters to. You apply shadows or anchors to center backs. So you can already see that if you have a gold rare card and you apply a hunter, you're already making more coins, because a lot of these gold rares are probably going for discard price, or at least close to it. Like I can't imagine Kolo and Muani is going for a ton. So these cards get added so much value with those hunter cards on them, and what you can do is you can literally just sit here and refresh and snipe cards that have hunters on them, and oftentimes you'll make thousands of coins per card just because people forget about it. And it's not just hunter. As I said, shadow cards are even more valuable than hunters because those go for like 2,000 coins instead of 1,400. So the cheapest gold rare with a shadow card on it is actually 2,900 and it's IDO. So imagine you actually get a solid card with the shadow card on it, you're going to be making some solid coins. So I really, really like this trading method, and it's basically adding to that Tech Avion. There's other ways. You can add the chem style, you can add the position change, you can even add more contracts onto the card to make it a little bit more appealing. So those are all very good ways to make more coins with each trade you have. If I have a Lionel Messi, if I have a really, really good card, I'm often applying these to the card, because 1,000 coins added to a card that I spent several 100,000 coins on, it's definitely worth it to get it to sell for me. And then for the lower rated cards and the lower budget cards, that's where you can actually make the extra profit with. So definitely keep an eye on that and make sure you're applying it to your trades often. Next, we're going to talk about the 4,600 FIFA points. 4,600 FIFA points are coming into the store very soon for everybody. And on top of that, you're also going to have everybody in the community that's been antsy to make coins and maybe been a little bit underwhelmed with the web app. They're going to be really wanting to open packs with FIFA points, because I think one of the biggest reasons that they kept these things untradeable this year is so that people would not have a lot of coins going into the full release of the game, and they'd want to buy more FIFA points. So I think that there's going to be a bigger influx of FIFA points opened at the beginning of this year than ever before. And with that chaos will come more buying power, which means that prices are going to skyrocket for the right cards. The cards that I showed you guys on the tracker on the left side, prices are going to skyrocket for most of those cards, and they're going to crash for others, like the ones on the right. So you definitely want to make sure that you're on the right side. You don't have a starter team with 82, 81 rated players in there that you spent 8K on. Get rid of them now while they still have value, because it won't be there. You come back to this video in a week from now, those cards are going to be discard price, or at least somewhat close to it. So make sure you guys go with the higher rated meta gold cards when we go into this 4,600 FIFA points and full release of the Ultimate Edition, because it is going to impact the market in an insane amount. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We learned about fluctuation trading, tech Avion, and the chaos of the Ultimate Edition. And if it helped you out, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I appreciate you guys' support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to follow my Twitch channel, link down in the description. Peace out.